Hi everyone, this is Kathy. Channel is Snap Vegan. We're eating on the cheap, doesn't have to kill you. But today I am coming to you because I just felt the need to reach out to my subscribers who are in similar situations as mine. I have COPD, I have a lung nodule, I have asthma, and I'm 62 years old. And I live in a senior community that's 55 and over that is subsidized by HUD. So, I saw the president speak last night. There's just some things, I want to relay to all of you. First of all, you're not alone. Second of all, there are some simple things we all can do to reduce our risk for this coronavirus strain. And, like we do with any flu, I suppose, hand washing, proper hygiene, that kind of thing is always a good idea. I wanted to let you know, Lysol on the back, it says it kills human coronavirus, which is better than no coronavirus. But it's not the same strain we're up against right now with the COVID-19 strain. But it doesn't hurt either. Same thing with the disinfectant wipes. I live alone. I hardly go anywhere, but I always wipe down my counters. I always wipe down my knobs, doorknobs, water faucets, toilet flushing handle, all of that. And then wash my hands on top of that. Also, if you can't find bleach, and I know that there is a lot of shortages in bleach and Clorox and Lysol, get the tablets. Just get the tablets. They're cheaper too. One of these tablets is a whole laundry load. So, that's several, hi Francie, several gallons just from one tablet of this. And one tablet is a whole laundry load. So, take care of yourselves with this. But there's some things I need you to do to protect yourself. And number one, I know you've heard me talk about this 1,000 times, and that's turmeric and raw, unfiltered honey with a couple shakes of black pepper in it that activates the turmeric. You can get a bag of turmeric at the grocery store in the Asian aisle or ethnic aisle, and you can get like a pound of turmeric, for like $3. The raw unfiltered honey, believe it or not, I found mine at Menards in the grocery, because they do, they have local people that, local vendors, and we have a local vendor that does raw unfiltered honey. So what you do is you get an old minced garlic jar, and you mix 4 heaping tablespoons of turmeric powder in here. Fill the rest of the jar up to about right here with raw unfiltered honey. Put a couple shakes of black pepper in there, because that's what makes the turmeric work. And I told you in one of my last videos that the other day I was sniffling and sniffling and coughing and coughing and coughing. I had a dry cough when I felt a little feverish. I ain't getting this crap. I took a teaspoon of this, and what I do is I make sure the lid's off, put it in the microwave for 30 seconds. Or you don't even have to do it that long, 20 seconds. And it's very fluid and liquid. After that, make sure it cools down a little bit, because you don't want to burn yourself. And then just eat a teaspoon of it. I had 2 that day because I was feeling a little under it. But this is a natural antibiotic and anti-inflammatory. It's natural, So, and within 20 minutes, my nose quit sniffling and I quit coughing. So comfort-wise, pardon my bra strap. This is real life stuff here. for comfort at least, if you can't get to the doctor, or whatever the situation is, if you're having the dry cough and you're having a fever, go to the turmeric first, see if it subsides. Call your doctor. Definitely call your doctor. Always call your doctor. Let them know. But in the meantime, if you're feeling miserable, this does help. It's anti-inflammatory. It's it's kind of like an antibiotic, and nature's antibiotic. But Francie, where do you get these tablets? They're on the bleach aisle at the grocery store. They're on a rack above or below or beside the regular bleach. And, you can use a half of one of these. And so Holly's got a good idea. Elderberry syrup is very, very good. And, elderberry is a great antioxidant and has anti-inflammatory properties. So, here's some things I'm going to suggest that you guys do from an advocacy part of things. If you're in HUD housing, call your local housing authority or write them or email them, whoever your property asset manager is. In my town, it's Amy Jacobowitz. And so email them and ask that under the circumstances, the coronavirus and the high risk to the senior population, that you request that a hand sanitizer dispenser be placed in the community center of your building. And I have already done that. And I anticipate they're going to do that fairly quickly and keep it stocked. Otherwise, be sure if you can afford it, have your groceries delivered. I do. I got Walmart to deliver me some groceries the other day. It wasn't very much, but also, if you have Twitter or Facebook, get on there, go to Walmart's page or Walmart's Twitter feed, send them a tweet or a message, not a message, but post to them that in light of the coronavirus and high risks to, other people, they need to waive their delivery fees for groceries for 90 days. And then you need to contact your representative in Congress and ask them to start labeling our food with the country of origin. Because we need to know where our food's coming from. If somebody from an affected area has handled our food, we need to know it. And I always wash my produce anyway. And I mean, there is a food wash put out by Ball, the mason jar company in Ball. They have a produce wash powder you put in the sink, and I always do that anyway. But some people don't. In the event of something coming pre-washed, like the other day, I made cauliflower and it said pre-washed on the thing, and I trusted it, and I just opened it right there on the video and did my roasted cauliflower, and then afterward I'm like, dang, I didn't wash that. But I ate it, and I'm okay. But anyway, just saying, it's time for all of us to be a lot more careful right now. As far as, all of these activities that are being suspended or what have you, that's not a bad thing. So, for 90 days, 90 days is a pretty safe thing. Thing is, if we're doing it and other people aren't, that's going to extend a lot of time. Now, our president went on TV and told us what he's going to do about travel ban. He didn't tell us anything about when test kits are going to be more available. There's 320 million people in the United States of America, and only 4,000 people have been tested. We should be doing 100,000 a day, because it's bigger than we know, and he doesn't want he said he didn't want the numbers to go up. He wanted to make sure the cruise ships sat out in the bay because he didn't want the numbers to go up. I mean, we have to face facts here, and we need some leadership that faces facts instead of worries about their own personal whatever. The more our president ignores this and calls it a hoax or whatever. Well, last night I was glad to see that he finally said it was a global pandemic and blah blah blah, but he did not say what steps were in place to get the emergency protective gear that's needed for our hospital staff and nurses and doctors and clinics and what have you. He did not say. He did not say when test kits were going to be more available. The World Health Organization, WHO, offered test kits to us. He refused them, saying we'll get our own. Well, that was a big mistake. So if I were you, and I'm going to do it today, either write, email, call, tweet, Facebook, whatever you can do to the White House and tell them to get the test kits from WHO right now. Right now. Right now. So this I got on Amazon. There was a 2-pack for, I don't know, it was only like $6 or something. Now they're price gouging, and it's like $40 for 2 cans of Lysol. If you see a price gouging situation like that, take a screen capture of it, send it to your representative in email or Congress or however you tweet them or whatever, and say, get this price gouging crap under control, and copy it to the White House. Because he said if there was any price gouging going on, he'd take care of that, and we need him to take it, at his word. So I would not suggest that any seniors, don't go to bingo this week. Don't go to bingo for the next 90 days. I know it's going to be hard, but we need to take care of ourselves. And if you can, about the masks, Holly. Well, YouTube's a wonderful place. There are several videos on how to make your own. Go check it out. Anything will do. If you don't have it, if you're not coughing or sneezing or running nose, you don't need a mask, they say. If you have it and you're coughing and sneezing or whatever, then yeah. But don't put a mask on until you have the virus, because you're taking away from the medical staff that need it. I mean, wash your face, wash your hands. I told you I'll touch my face all day. Well, yeah, I would. I do, because I live alone. Nobody comes to see me. Well, it's just me and my own germs, But if I'm out in public, that's going to be something different. But I don't go out in public much. I'm already pretty much self-quarantined just because I'm too damn broke to go anywhere or do anything. So that's just my instance. A lot of other people's like that too. So let me see what Vicky says. Well, Vicky, if you're in for the duration, you're not going to come out of your apartment for a year and a half. So we got to be reasonable here too. Just don't go to events with large amounts of people. Excuse me. Don't go to events with large amounts of people. Have your groceries delivered, whether it's $7.95, $9.95. It's worth not getting the disease over. Tell them to leave it at your door and you'll bring them in. Wash your hands before, wash your hands after, because I told you, even when I go to Senior Pack and I pick up groceries, just like a matter of fact, this Tuesday, I had my CSFP order delivered to me. It was in 2 brown paper bags. I pulled a bag out. I pulled a disinfectant wipe out, and I wiped every can down before I put it in my cupboard. It came with a thing of dry powdered milk. Well, I don't drink it, but apocalyptic times, I'll save it, and then I wipe that down and I'll put that in my cabinet. You got to be careful. You don't know who's touched your food. You can go to the grocery store and get cans off the shelf and everything else. You wash your hands, you'll be surprised how dirty they are just from that. And so be careful. Just be careful. And again, I think it was Patty or somebody else told me that they had gone to the grocery store yesterday and there was absolutely no bleach on the shelf. But there was a whole rack of these. And people don't realize these bleach tablets are just fine. Now, this is Linen Breeze scent. You can get the regular unscented bleach, chlorine bleach. That's fine. I use this for, my sheets, towels, that kind of thing, and dishcloths. Hang on a minute. Getting a little warm up in here. But I just want you to be careful. And if we all advocate and tweet or Facebook or whatever, to HUD, get a pen and piece of paper, write this down. Write this down. For HUD, you need to ask them that under the circumstances, every one of their communities for age 55 and over needs to have hand sanitizers installed in the community rooms or the public gathering place of each property on each floor. So write that down. And, that's about all HUD's probably going to do, can do, whatever. And then number 2, have your groceries delivered to you. Wash them when they arrive. Wipe your cans down with a wipe before you put them in there. And, we have to be, we have personal responsibilities too. Excuse me. A little warm up in here. But we have to do what we have to do. And, comfort foods, soup, butternut squash soup, bean soup, soup, goulash, whatever. But I would completely, I'm not, me, I have a cheat day every month. I ain't had it yet. And I'm not gonna. For me, I'm in sweet potato and broccoli mode, dark green mode, green leafy lettuce mode, everything that helps scrub, because if you got a virus or bacteria, it'll scrub you on out, and also the antioxidant and health benefits of fresh food. Or you need canned food, canned sweet potatoes, canned collard greens, canned mustard greens. Excuse me. And I did this right before I came on. But it was not, Holly, this is not a hoax. It is not a conspiracy theory. It's not germ warfare. It's not population control. It's a virus. It's a new virus. We need to stop talking like that now. Come on. I've joked around here and there. I said, well, considering Trump is such a germ freak, he's real willing to go out into these big rallies. Let him go. Pence ain't going, I can tell you that. But, just saying, everybody needs to be careful. Careful. And, You know, some things may be hard to find, and everybody's talking about, oh, I'm running out of toilet paper. That's because people are using toilet paper for tissue to blow their nose with. I've done it. Don't say you hadn't. You know, you have. Um, Here's another thing. If you have a fever, don't wrap up in a blanket. Don't do that. That makes it worse. If you have a fever, shed off the clothes. Take off the hat. Let the heat escape. Do not bundle a fever. That's when you air out the fever. If you cough, of course, cover your mouth, sneeze, nose, whatever, cover. But you can all look on YouTube on how to make your own medical mask, some paper towels, or, you know, whatever. But, you know, if you don't have to be out, don't go out. And if you're not sneezing, coughing, whatever else, like I cough anyway. I have COPD. I'm trying to quit smoking. So, like I said, you know, my little hairs in my lungs, they're finally getting some air and it's tickling and I'm coughing anyway. But it doesn't matter. And I have allergies, so I sniff and cough all the time anyway. But these days, people are going to take that a different way. And so, got to be careful. So, if I go out, which I have nowhere to go, you know, no money to do it with if I wanted to go out, you know, I would probably wear a mask. But if you don't have all that, you know, just stay home. Stay home, play cards, Skype with your friends. You know, read, for crying out loud. You know, I got a couple books here that I'm in the middle of that I go back and forth from. It's a good time to catch up on Netflix and chill. I do have concerns for the families that are working. That I know that Congress today is putting forward a bill to help this and help that, and, you know, boost it. Look, here's what I got to say about that. Trump already gave $1 million corporations like pharma and, you know, you name it, they got the tax break. They pay nothing in taxes. And what I'm saying is, where much is given, much is expected in return. So they should give their employees, you know, up to 2 months of paid sick leave. If they're hourly employees, they should switch them to salary for 90 days based on their rate of hire. We don't have to do all these extra freaking bills about more food, more of this. We don't have to do that. Just put them on salary for 90 days while they're on leave. Problem solved. They want to complicate shit all the time. They don't need to do that. Just say, and if you're a waitress or in the hospitality, put them on salary at minimum wage, which is more than what they're making now, for 90 days while they're convalescing or self-quarantining or at home with their kids when the schools are closed. That's all you got to do. Just flip them to salary for 90 days based on their rate of hire. It's not brain surgery. Now, when I went to college, the first time it was all books and classroom. When I went to college the second time, hell, half my classes were online anyway. I had to go on campus to take a test and you know, once a week or whatever. But all the homework, all the exercises, all the practice modes, that was all online from home. And as long as I had it turned in by the next class next week, I was all right. So I guess that's what they're doing now anyway. I think people that can work from home should work from home. And if you can't work from home in a situation to where you know, what you do isn't something you can do online, then like I said, put them on salary for 90 days while they're convalescing. It's, these corporations have been given tax breaks. They don't pay no damn taxes. So they can afford it because they've absorbed all the profits and benefits of it for 3 years now. Time to give it back for 90 days. Pretty easy, I'd say. As far as travel bans go, why the hell everybody else but the UK, when they've got active cases there? I don't care about Brexit or anything else. If you're gonna, this is public health. If you're gonna do it, do it. If you're gonna do it, give every permanent resident and American citizens 5 days to get their ass home. Get your ass home. And then say, okay, we're locking it down for 60 days. Period. Everywhere, from anywhere. Period. And why doesn't Russia or Turkey have any cases? And everybody in Africa? Yemen. Why? Why don't those 3 places have it? Anyway, so I highly recommend, food-wise, dark greens, definitely sweet potatoes, broccoli, cauliflower, collards, kale, dark greens. Dark greens have the best antioxidant power for the punch. Sweet potatoes have every single nutrient you will ever need in any day. So whether it's in the can, whether it's regular produce, wash it. Wash your food. And me, I steam just about everything. So I steam my broccoli, I steam my sweet potatoes. I think one instance the other night I did put a little broccoli in a small pot while my other stuff was going. But, these are on Amazon, 3 for $9. They were anyway. Like I said, if you see any price gouging going on, you take a screen capture of that, save that photo, tweet it to your congressman, tweet it to the White House, tweet it to HHS, Health and Human Services. Same thing with bleach or this. If you see any price gouging going on, you show them show them that picture. Make sure you include who the seller is on that, and shoot it to Amazon too. And make sure you got the web address showing in your screen cap. And at Amazon, you can. There's a button where you can say report the seller or whatever on it. Click that button. Report them for price gouging in the situation of a global pandemic. We have to keep our consumer rights strong here, especially now. So there's a lot I wanted to say here, and I wanted to address, the powers that be. But we need test kits. We need test kits, and our medical staff need masks and gowns. Because, they can put a gown on and go in somebody's room. They got to change that gown to go into the next room, depending on how many rooms a facility has. Times however many numbers. That's thousands of gowns a day that they have to go through, and masks. They can't wear the same mask, and they have to change mask every time, every room. They have to change gloves in every room. So. That's what we need to do here, folks. We need face masks. And why do we have to depend on China for face masks? Why is there a shortage? Because we can't get crap from China. Well, why is it made in China? Johnson & Johnson, why can't they make them here? Why do we depend on that for something that's made out of freaking paper? Come on. America first, right? Where's the jobs? Well, where the hell are they? And why aren't they cranking up the face mask production and the paper gown? Where's that? ask the White House, tweet the White House, tweet Trump, tweet every single representative you have and say, why aren't we making them here? Start making them here now. And get these test kits from who? World Health Organization. Right now. They've got them available. Millions of them. Test kits. Here, you want them? Trump says, no, we'll do our own. Screw that noise. Get the effing test kits. Now. Demand it, people. Demand it. This is a pandemic. When I was in the Coast Guard, I got swine flu. Yes, I did. I was in the hospital for 8 days with swine flu. And I was 19 years old. Shit was serious. I was sick. I was bad sick. They had me surrounded in bags of ice. That was just swine flu to bring my fever down. I was sick. And this is like not swine flu, but just saying, serious matter. So I just want to tell y'all, please take care. Let me read your comments, and then I got one more thing to say. Vicky's home. Lots of yam cleaners. Puzzles? Yeah, puzzles are good. See, they got a lot of puzzles here in our community room that everybody touches. Everybody puts their hands all over it. Now me, I don't do puzzles. I ain't got the patience for that. They do like 1,000, 2,000 piece puzzles because they like got time to burn, right? We are months behind because of Trump and the administration's complete failures. Yes, we are. So, in the beginning, his rhetoric was cute, hugs, what do you call them, shifty shift, or cute little nicknames, or, whatever. Cute at first, little even entertaining. This shit's serious. And he is not up to it. He's not up to it. Now, I told you a few videos back that if the stock market got up to 29,000, you need to pull your 401k out of there and take that 10% hit. Didn't I? Didn't I tell you that? Didn't I tell you that? Yes, I did. And now look, every gain in the last 3 years disappeared. We're in the 20% deficit now, so you've lost twice as much in your 401k as you would have if you just pulled 10%, like I said. And today, in 10 minutes, it's going to start 1,400 points down from where it quit yesterday. If you want to know what the stock market's going to look like today, last night, look at the futures index. Futures is about what's going to happen tomorrow. And futures said it was going to be down 1,400 at open from what it was yesterday. So now we're in the 22K range. So, I might be poor and broke and my body broken and on disability now, but I had a career, people. It was financial analysis, risk management. I am telling you. So, I ain't saying I know everything, but I also said that the stock market was going to go down because Bernie Sanders was coming to town. Well, that's what it happened right after he went to Iowa. Won those three, won Nevada, and then the stock market. But then when Joe Biden won Super Tuesday, stock market went back up a little bit, and I'm like, And then after that little up, then came the big coronavirus hit. So who's to say I wasn't 100% correct there? Because the indicators after Super Tuesday win for Joe Biden did make it go back up, because there's no accountability with Joe Biden. Joe Biden's going to be business as usual, and the stock market guys are his buddies and his pals, and so is everybody else. And, no big change there, but, whoever's the nominee, I will vote for. I will, just to get this cotton candy headed orange motherfucker out of office in January. Sorry, if you're a Trump fan, you're an idiot. You're a complete fool. The man is nothing but a bankrupt con job. That's all he is. And I don't give a crap. You can dress it in a suit, put lipstick on a pig. I don't care. He's incompetent. Incompetent. He lacks every leader. Oh, that's all I'm going to say. So what we got to do is we got to take this in our own hands. Our own hands. With these hands. And get yourself some turmeric in a bag and a bottle of raw, unfiltered honey today. This will take your fever away. It'll stop your cough and your runny nose and give you a little bit of comfort while you're in the midst of, getting through whatever you're getting through. So I'm sorry for cussing, but, I ain't got no ads on this channel, and they can't really, take the ads away. They'll never see ads on my channel. Never. Never, never, never. So if you want to help the channel and me, there's a link to do that below. And, we got to keep supporting each other. We got to keep supporting each other. And the best way we can support each other is with the truth. And today I'm here with the truth. The truth is, it's time for us to take charge. It's time for us to, if you're in housing, call HUD. If you're in an apartment complex, for seniors, or if you, my friend Roses and Cards, my friend Roses and Cards, she is in a nursing home right now. Like 3 weeks ago, they were completely quarantined just because they said it was the flu. Who knows? It could have been the coronavirus, but they shut it down. No visitors, no nothing for a week. Or no, 3 days, I think she said. I don't know. But anyway, they were quarantined. And that was before this big noise started. So she's in there for a health issue. So she's recovering there. But look on YouTube for how to make your own face mask. And, if you really feel like you got to have one. And, lots of good information out there. So get your groceries delivered. So what did I say? Tweet Walmart or Kroger or whoever your grocery store is and suggest to them that under the circumstances, they should waive their delivery fees. Instacart, Grubhub, all that stuff. They should waive their delivery fees for 90 days. And tweet HUD, Housing and Urban Development, and suggest that they put hand sanitizers in the community centers of all of their buildings that house seniors or 55 above or the disabled and the disabled. And then you go to USDA and Secretary Sonny and your congressman and the Ag Committee at Congress and send them an email. You can contact them on their website, all of that. They need to start labeling the country of origin for our food so we know where it comes from so we can make a choice whether to buy it there or not. And, if you can find an indoor garden situation, start, grow your own tomatoes, grow your own beans, grow, sweet potatoes or something like that's kind of hard because they're in the ground and take up a lot of space. But I'm just saying, whatever you can grow in your own home, grow in your own home. That way nobody else's hands are touching it. But, I wouldn't even trust an outdoor garden right now because you never know what's being sprayed in the air. I'm just not trusting that way. I'm not a big conspiracy theorist or anything else, but Monsanto is my enemy. So please, 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 please be careful out there. And do what you can. Do what you can. Stand up, fight back. If Bernie's not going to be elected, the fight does continue, and that's just for self-preservation and the welfare of others. That's just, I don't understand. I know a lot of y'all aren't Bernie fans, but I tell you what, that man has fought for us all of his life. I don't care what color you are. And for the black community to completely reject him, what it is these younger people of color, they're not old enough to remember what Bernie Sanders did all those years ago, and was with Martin Luther King and with Jesse Jackson and with Sharpton, all of them. They're not old enough to remember, and they're too lazy to look it up. They don't want to know. I don't know what the deal is, but I don't know. But it's up to us now. It's up to us to take care of each other, look out for each other, make solid suggestions, and please don't spread any conspiracy stuff. Please don't do that. You go to the World Health Organization, look it up on the web, because now CDC is hiding information from us. Trump classified the CDC, the health pandemic response meetings in Congress. He classified this so we didn't know what they were talking about. What kind of fucking president hides public health information from the public that we need to know? What? Goes on national TV last night and talks about everybody. The European Union didn't do this. Well, neither did you, motherfucker. Neither did you. You've known about this since December. You fired the whole pandemic response team at the White House the month you got in office. Why? Because Obama made it. Obama created it. So you got to get rid of it. Well, look at you now. I'm so pissed off. Anybody that votes for this idiot deserves what they get. But, the rest of us don't deserve it. We like to live a little while longer. We need a competent leader. And I don't even know Joe Biden's a guy, but hell, he's better than that guy. Joe Biden don't even know what office he's freaking running for. But anyway, I love all of you. Let me rant a little bit, but I was more concerned about you because I know my subscribers are low income. They're my age group. The analytics for my webpage, YouTube channel say the majority of my subscribers are age 54 to 70. I love you. But, Geezer Club, whatever. We got to take care of ourselves. We've got to take good care of ourselves. And I appreciate you hanging in this long, the 7 of you that did. And, again, write, tweet, call to waive grocery delivery, install hand sanitizers, and take the damn test kits from World Health Organization because they have them. They're willing to give them to us, and we need to be testing 10,000 a day. If North Korea can do that, we can do that. Thing is, he don't want that many people tested because he don't really want everybody to know how bad it is. So, take care of your nurses and doctors and CNAs and physician assistants, and appreciate your hospital staffs, clinic staffs, your doctors. Send a prayer their way for their continued safety. And it's a random act of kindness day again. If one random act of kindness can change somebody's day and yours, try to do something good for a neighbor today. And be mindful of your germ factor when you do it. I'm Kathy. My channel is Snap Vegan, where eating on the cheap doesn't have to kill you. And neither does being negligent for our own health. If you would like to support this channel in any way, there's a way to do that below. So thank you, everybody. Vicky, Holly, Francie, Kim. I know Kim's probably on here. Love you all. Take care. And, if Trump's your guy, I'm sorry. I just don't see why. But, whatever. But if you're one of the ones that got the tax breaks, and you're one of the ones that benefited greatly from his economic plan. Well, it's your turn to step the fuck up. Start buying some masks for your hospital. Start buying bleach for your neighbors. Start buying hand sanitizers for the seniors. Where much is given, much is expected back. And that's all I got to say about that. Love you. Bye.